Hello, dear students. Today we want to discuss conjunctions, phrase, clause, and types of sentences. What is the meaning of junction? A place where two things join, as here you can see that two railway tracks have been joined. Or a place where roads or railroad lines come together, that is junction. And you must be familiar with different railway stations like Rawalpindi Junction. Over there, different railway tracks and routes are combined. Now, phrase and clause. Phrase is a group of words which give partial meaning. Full meaning is not there, only some meaning has been conveyed. For example, in the corner, on the table. Here, meaning is not clear what is on the table or what is in the corner. Clause. Clause is a group of words which have subject and predicate, and it relies on another clause to give complete meaning. Clause has subject and predicate, but still complete meaning has not been conveyed. It requires another clause. If you work hard is one clause. Still it requires you is subject, work hard is predicate, but still it requires another clause to give complete meaning. You will succeed. Now complete meaning has been conveyed. In this example, you see two clauses. Another way to differentiate between phrase and clause is phrase does not have subject, while clause has subject. Phrase does not have verb, clause has verb. Phrase gives partial meaning and clause also gives partial meaning. We look at some other differences. Clause has subject predicate, a sentence has also subject and predicate. Now we are comparing clause and sentence. Clause gives partial meaning, sentence gives complete meaning. Clause requires another clause for complete meaning. Sentence does not require another clause because sentence conveys complete meaning. Again, here I have explained difference between phrase and clause, and here I have tried to explain difference between clause and sentence. Clause does not provide full meaning, sentence conveys full meaning. This is the crux of this difference. Now, types of sentences. A simple sentence consists of only one clause. A compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses. Compound means two or more and independent clauses. Complex sentence has at least one independent clause plus at least one dependent clause. That is complex sentence. A compound complex sentence contains at least three clauses, two independent clauses, and one or more dependent clauses. In compound complex sentence, both features are present. Compound sentence features are present and complex sentence features are present. In the next slide, you will find some other examples to understand them. How do we combine different sentences? First way is to use conjunction, and you will understand this concept in detail in this lecture. Secondly, transitional adverbs. I have taught you this concept in another video. Semicolon, colon, and comma, they would be discussed in punctuation section. Now, we will focus only on first point, that is conjunction. But I have just mentioned different ways to combine sentences. Conjunction. Now we are coming directly to English grammar. A conjunction is a word that joins other words, adjectives, nouns, phrases, or clauses. Aisha and Asifa are good friends. Here two nouns have been combined. The man is poor but honest. Here two adjectives have been combined with but. And, but, as, and they are conjunctions. Do the work as quickly as possible. He is a hard worker and he is a very brilliant boy. Okay, now we find forms of conjunction. There is a one word conjunction but and while. There are also compound conjunctions. They are two or more words. For example, in order to, provided that. Provided that means with the condition. On condition that, even if, so that, as well as soon as though, all of them are compound conjunctions. Now we discuss three types of conjunctions. First is coordinate conjunction. Those conjunctions which create coordination. The coordinate conjunctions join words, phrases, or clauses of equal rank. They are the following: fanboys. You should memorize this word fanboys. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And same has been presented in the form of picture. Birds fly and fish swim. This is a coordinate conjunction. And is coordinate conjunction, and birds fly is one sentence, and fish swim is another sentence, and has joined both of them. Okay, now what is the relationship of coordinate conjunction and compound sentence? By the use of coordinate conjunction, a sentence becomes a compound sentence. Memorize these words: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And you can use mnemonic technique fanboys. If you find these words in a sentence, that is a compound sentence. Look at some examples of compound sentence. She did not cheat on the test, for it was the wrong thing to do. For is coordinate conjunction. I want to discuss here one thing more. Suppose I write it for you. This here for is not a coordinate conjunction. Again, try to understand. Compound sentence has two independent clauses. She did not cheat on the test. This is one independent clause. It was the wrong thing to do this. That was another independent clause. For conjunction has connected these two sentences. They got there early and they got really good seats. They had no ice cream left at home, nor did they have money to go to the store. I really need to go to work, but I am too sick to drive. Should we start class now or wait for everyone to get there? I am counting my calories, yet I really want dessert. He ran out of money, so he had to stop playing poker. Okay. The sky is clear, the stars are twinkling. This semicolon is also used in making of compound sentences. Second type of conjunction is called correlative conjunction. Correlative conjunctions are always in pairs. They are either or, neither nor, both and, not only but also, whether or. They are in pairs. So in one sentence, both conjunctions should be used. Either take it or leave it. All red colored words are correlative conjunction. It is neither useful nor ornamental. We both love and honor him. He is not only rich but also generous. I shall go to Okada whether you join me or not. Here I want to clarify one thing, that many students wrongly use only in the end of the sentence. That is wrong. Only should be used before that thing which you want to say. Suppose I have only a Samsung cell. So only is referring to Samsung cell. Subordinate conjunction. A subordinate conjunction joins a clause to another clause on which it depends for its full meaning. In subordinate conjunction, one is independent clause and the other is dependent clause. After, because, if, that, though, although, till, before, useless, as, when, where, while, these are very common subordinate conjunctions. You should memorize them. He ran away because he was afraid. You will pass if you work hard. Wait till I return. These red colored words are subordinate conjunction. Now again, what's the purpose of subordinate conjunction? By the use of subordinate conjunction, a sentence becomes a complex sentence. This is a message for research students, that they should write more complex sentences, and compound and simple sentences should be lesser than complex sentences. For example, I will say use 60% complex sentences and 20% compound sentences, and other 20% they should be simple, conditional, or other type of sentences. Okay, I share with you some subordinate conjunctions. Comparison: than, rather than, whether, as much as, whereas. For time you will use after, as soon as, until, whenever, now that. For concession: though, although, even though. Place: where, wherever. Relative adjectives: that, whatever, which, whichever. Manner: how, as though, as if. Relative pronouns: who, whoever, whom, whomever, whose. Reason: because, since, so that, in order to, as. Condition: if, only if, unless, provided that, assuming that. So memorize these subordinate conjunctions, use them in your sentences to make sure language, academic, advance, and so that you can write complex sentences. Some examples of complex sentences: because my coffee was too cold, I heated it in the microwave. Although he was wealthy, he was still unhappy. Whether prices go up, customers buy less products. As she was bright and ambitious, she became a manager in no time. Whenever you go, you can always find beauty. All red colored words are complex subordinate conjunctions, and this sentence is the example of complex sentence. The actor was happy he got a part in a movie even though the part was small. Since winter is coming, here since has been used to tell the reason. I think I'll knit a warm sweater because I'm always cold. When she was younger, she believed in fairy tales. Fourth type is compound complex sentences. Okay, here I will advise you, if sentences are in front of you and you are here to decide whether it's a compound sentence or complex sentence, first of all, obviously read it, then find fanboy's word. All these red colored words are fanboy's words. Okay. Then find some other words which have been taken from subordinate conjunctions. If you find both conjunctions, uh, compound conjunction as well as subordinate conjunction, that sentence would be compound complex sentence, and it has at least three clauses. When I grew up, first clause. I want to be a professor, second clause. And my mom is proud of me. This is third clause. So there are three clauses. And in fanboys, this is from coordinate conjunction, and this when is from subordinate conjunction. So coordinate conjunction and subordinate conjunctions, they are present in one sentence. So this sentence is compound complex sentence. I will get to watch television, but first I have to clean up the dishes after we finish eating. We won the game, but my uniform was muddy because it rained the entire time. After our trip to the beach, school started back and I was excited to see my friends. Sidra cried when her cat got sick, but she soon got better. The sun is shining through the clouds, so I think that we can go for swimming. Red colored words are coordinate conjunction, and these orange colored words are subordinate conjunctions. Now these are the small quiz. This is a small quiz. Find the conjunctions. Ehsan and I mowed all the lawns. You will just write down conjunctions on a piece of page, and in the next slide you will find the answers. Then award marks to yourself, and if your marks are 100%, it means you have understood it very well. If there are some deficiencies, you should listen it again. Ehsan and I mowed all the lawns. Grandpa is a slow but strong person. Our guest will be Ehtisham or Aisha. I did not like nor appreciate your actions. So write down the words and see the answer. And, but, or, nor. Next small quizzes. Akram and I went to the game, but Ehsan and Ehtisham went for swimming. I will go, but I will stay in the hotel or in the waiting room. The men work through the day and into the night. Find out conjunctions, underline them, or write on a piece of page, and then compare it with the next slide. And, but, and. In second example, but, or. In third example, and. There is another small quiz. Either you or I will have to move. I like neither writing nor reading. Your work is both neat and accurate. The meal is not only delicious but also nutritious. Underline or write down conjunctions and then compare your answer. Either or, neither nor, both and, not only but also, all of them are correlative conjunctions and they are used in pairs. If you have any question, please feel free to comment. Thank you so much.